Welcome, Advocates for Justice Paralegal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors. We are here tonight to take care of some business. This is my new email address to use if you need to reach me. I'm going to leave it there so people can see. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Make sure that you leave a comment so that I can see who's here and who's not here, and those people that attend the streams regularly and make comments that make sense to what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to throw that in there. Those people, when you ask for help or looking for something, it goes a long way to know that I'm helping people that show up every day and are working to help themselves. With that being said, let's just get right into what we're going to be talking about tonight. Now, tonight I'm going to show you guys the updated ring strategy. We're going to review the updated ring strategy. Now, the ring strategy outlines all of the steps that people had to take collectively. Don't look at this thinking I need to do, because you may not have to do most of them. What we have here, now you guys need to remember this program that we're using, their program was structured from real-time feedback from people in our Facebook pages and other people that were using our products and reporting back to me real-time feedback how the attorneys are trying to get out of use and get out of being held accountable for what they were doing. The ring strategy here, these are like all of the things that everybody's had to do, so to speak. Now, you may have to do some of these things at some point. The idea of this is for you to be able to look at this list of stuff and decide if you need to be doing some of these things or if you missed doing them. So the steps are really important when you find bumps in your road. So all of a sudden, just dismiss your stuff. Well, look down a thing. Well, that you can see what, so we try to have a strategy. Now, I want you to keep in mind also that these steps are going to change as we get more feedback come in. You need to keep that in mind. The steps are going to change as we get more feedback come in. The best way I'm thinking to use the ring strategy here is to check the date of what you're looking at. I'm going to just move right along here because we got a lot of stuff to cover. And when I get to the thing, we're going to screen share and show you guys what the ring strategy looks like. Now, I posted the ring strategy on my personal page and in the other pages. But if you need it, I just actually copy and pasted it in the page because people are having trouble downloading the file and doing all this fancy stuff. So copy and pasted it in the page so people can copy and paste it in their own format or whatever, and save it in their file so that they can make reference to it later. Now, before I get rolling, I want to ask you guys to support Black Star News. Black Star News is a news agency. It's a small news agency. They have the guts and the courage to report what's real. And they're doing a story on Ashmean's foreclosure fraud that she's dealing with in bankruptcy court, and they're going to do like 3-part story on her stuff. Those guys over at Black Star News make it happen. They're also going to post a press release for my online course. So it's very rare that you get an opportunity to have a news agency post a press release on your behalf supporting your business. That's very rare because they get compounded with so many things. So I'm very lucky that they see what we're doing over here is important. They're supporting us by posting posting my press release. We're lucky to have this news agency looking after us and helping people that are fighting to save their property. And I'm going to post a link in the video to their GoFundMe page because they're kind of yanking some of their funding, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So if you guys, if I ever did a favor for you, now is a good time to pay me back. I don't care if it's just $5. These guys are badasses, and we need to support them. Black Star News, you guys look them up. I'm going to do a screen share and just show you the ring strategy document and just make it real big, and then we're just going to move through it kind of real quick. Screen share, and there we go. So this is the ring strategy. Now, if you had to list all of the steps that are involved to do all of the stuff that you're going to be doing in my program, that's what this is. It's all of the steps that you have to take or supposed to take. Now, with that being said, this is new. Obviously, there's no one I don't see anybody doing what we're doing here right now. So there's going to be things that going to need to add. And when I do, I will. So you guys will have to check when you're checking this ring strategy. I'll have one update picture that I use always for the ring strategy. I'll have the update picture. I'll probably make it that picture of the ring. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have one picture for that. So when you see that picture, you'll know that the update. So when you check it, you want to check up here and make sure that that the date is that it's the latest one. So you can see here, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because it's all listed out here. The steps you have to review the updated instructional videos that are in the instructional video playlist. Now, this is what I'm going to spend a minute on because a lot of times people get videos confused and they're watching the training videos and not the instructional videos in the instructional video playlist. Now, the updated instructional videos in the instructional video playlist are what you should watch. If you're in a playlist and you see an update something in that playlist, you should start there. And the reason is, like I said, these updates are put in here based off of information that we get real-time feedback from people learning how to punch these attorneys in the face. So review the instructional videos for the lawsuit package. So you have to review the instructional video for the updated. Then you have to review the instructional video for the lawsuit package that you invested in. Have to view the instructional video for the zip file of documents you may be using. Now, I put that in there because a couple of the packages I added, like the reconsideration package to it, which is a complete different file and it's in a different zip file. So if you have to unzip the zip file, you need to make sure that you're watching the instructional video for that zip file. That's the easiest way that I can put it to you. If you're watching a video and I don't open it up and you don't see the front page of all of the documents one at a time, where I talk to you about the document and say some things or whatever, then you're not watching the instructional video for the lawsuit package. You're more likely watching, I don't know, some other video. I know you're not watching the one you need to be watching. So I want to be more clear on that. Because people will call me and they'll say, "Did you watch the instructional video?" Well, yeah, I've been watching videos all night. No, did you watch the instructional video in the instructional video playlist? Because if you didn't watch that one, then I don't have enough time to catch you up to what you need to be doing. You have to get yourself up to the gate by watching the instructions and understand, learning what we're doing, understanding the concept here. We're filing a lawsuit. It's against the people that signed. It's pretty simple. So you got to keep that in mind. Got to watch the instructional video. If I ask you about the instructional video, it's important that if you didn't watch it, if you have questions about the instructional video, then those questions should be specific about the instructional video. So it's important to watch instructional video, or you have no idea what you need to say or do when they start telling you that you're full of crap and that you can't file this or whatever. And then when they see that look of deer light in the fear in your face, then you are going to have a much steeper hill to climb. And you can't use my stuff like you use conventional things. You can't just use my stuff like you use conventional, and you cannot mix my stuff with what you are already doing. What you're already doing was not working, or you wouldn't need, we wouldn't be talking. People need to remember that you're laying the groundwork to block the eviction process and to file your federal lawsuit, not stop the sale. People run around crazy trying to stop the sale. That doesn't mean anything. What's more important is for you to block the eviction process. Now, if you block the eviction process, you're also blocking the sale too. Keep that in mind. But here's the thing. If you block the sale and you don't have a game plan to stop the eviction process, you're going to be in trouble because they're going to put your ass on ice, call a timeout. They're going to throw your stuff in a basket and they're going to stall. And they're going to stall you into the eviction 10-day protocol. That's how they do it. You guys need to make sure you keep that in mind. You're laying the legal groundwork to block the eviction process and set yourself up for your title dispute, which is your lawsuit in federal court, not stop the sale. When people call me and they're running around trying to stop the sale, and then you're looking at their situation from their conventional perspective, and that's what they want you to do. Oh, we're going to sell your house. We're going to sell your house. They want you to run around and worry about selling your house and not worry about blocking the eviction process and getting your title dispute filed in a higher court. One of the things that people are running into is trying to figure out which court is the right court, which is the state court, which is the county, which is the whatever court. That is up to you guys. Okay, that's up to you. I call it federal court, state court, eviction court. And that's pretty much now. The eviction can take place in a state court. So that's in a real state court, figuratively speaking, because none of the courts are real, but municipal court, JP court, and those courts are fakers. So I'm just kidding. You need to figure that out yourself. And if it was me, I would probably at least go to the court's website and figure out from there what court that you're in. Me about that, because I'm just going to tell you that's up to you to figure out. My job is not to make it easy for you, but to help you learn. Here, review the website, go to my YouTube channel and search for the instructional video playlist. Now, I have several videos on my YouTube channel that show you how to do research on the channel. So it shows you how to use my YouTube channel. And my channel has been restructured after they stole it and deleted my front page. So I have the instructional video and a lot of the most important things on the first page and first frame of the homepage. Now, this has been added, and these are the stopping the eviction process that we do. And we talk about this in all of the videos. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. We needed to add it in here because it's part of what we're doing. Actually, for a lot of people, this is a huge part of what we're doing because they already headed into or are in the eviction process protocol. So, and we're changing things and adding stuff on this eviction situation to get control of the situation. And the updated instructional video outlines the steps, the new strategy, and the steps that we've implemented to crush the state court process before you move on to federal court. Get yourself out on the 50-yard line. You guys can review these if you want to, if you're in the eviction process. The rules and concepts, I've added a few things here. These are things that you should be doing. Now, theoretically, you should do all of these things. Yeah, but nobody has time for that. So you have to be aware of these things and be doing them. So when you get to where you need to know them, you do. Or you need to know they're here. So when you get to know them, you gotta, you see what I'm saying? You gotta be paying attention to these things. You can't just file it and go sit down. As you can see here, there's a lot of work to do, and you guys have to do that work. You're acting as your own attorney, and you have to do that work. I'm not going to go through these very much because they're all, pretty much stuff. The one or two things like opening a PACE account in federal court. I would advise that ASAP if you have your case filed in federal court or when you file your case in federal court, because a lot of times they don't send you stuff. They're supposed to send you an email when something gets filed. The system is set up to do that, but it doesn't mean that you're always. So it's always important to check that from time to time, especially if you smell stink. And one of the other things that I was going to say is that you should always find a way to pay. You should find a way to pay the fees, because if you don't pay the fees, they're going to dismiss your stuff under 31 something or other, which is a statute that they dismiss inmate stuff with. I know it's not right, or nor is it fair, but at the end of the day, you don't have time to argue about all of that if you're facing the eviction process. Because in order to move forward to even do an appeal, they're going to make you pay an appeal bond, is what they call it. But all that is, in my opinion, is the rent that you're going to suck up while you're still in their house stalling, because they're not going to give you that back when they get done kicking your ass. I'm just saying. So you guys can go down and check all of these things out, delivering the blows. Now, I'm still adding a few things to the end of this. So this will get updated again before the week is over. So I know it's a pain, but this is how we learn to do what we're doing. We're learning from real-time feedback from everybody. That stuff is getting put on the table here, so people in California don't have to worry about what the people in New York was dealing with. because we're going to figure out a way to get it shut down. So that's pretty much it. That the screen share. And so we're going to